guys, Ray here from City Fan TV, and you can recognise Dan there, a Burnley fan, and we're here obviously to preview the game between Burnley at Man City up at Turf Moor. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, yourself?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Obviously, we've got a little bit of some roadworks going on outside our place, so you won't hear too much from me. I'll keep my mic off as long as I can because these guys, I think they're packed up for the day. Obviously, big game in each end of the table coming up between Burnley and City. City on a good run of 11 straight wins, I think in all competitions. Was that the league? I mean, there's just so many I can't remember. Without sounding big-headed or anything. You guys, you were on a good run of 2 wins away against Chelsea, and then you ended up getting beat there, which was a little bit disappointing. And to be honest, I was quite surprised. But we're going to got to start with that historic win at Anfield. I mean, how did you guys manage it, and how did you feel?
Well, on reflection of it, I think last season we came close when we drew 1 apiece. We had Goodmanson hit the crossbar in the dying seconds. Close to coming in. I thought not only on the back of what they did at the end of the last year, would have hopefully I'd have been happy with a point. I mean, away from home, you're always happy with a point. But against Liverpool, and same against Chelsea City, the big teams, they're 3 hits for us, really. We should be taking points off the teams around us. But to get them 3 points were massive. The basis of the game, it got to about 80 minutes in, and I was just like, I can't believe we've even held on here. And then when the penalty came about, I was like, what? Really? This is happening? And I just thought, this is typical Burnley, this. Like, our strikers are misfiring and a little sky it or something like that. And then when Barnes put it in, I ended up making my little girl cry because I screamed that much in the front room. And yeah, it were really good afterwards. I took a couple of beers to celebrate, as you would. But yeah, it was such a brilliant win. I mean, you wouldn't have predicted it. I mean, I bet the bookies took a right flaming amount of money for that because Liverpool on a 60-odd game unbeaten run at home, and then little old Burnley go and do them. But it was something else.
Right, champion that. It was fantastic. Obviously, as a neutral fan, it was good to see. As a neutral fan, it's good to see Burnley turn over Liverpool. But once again, you've had a slow start to the season. We talked about it. We talk about it every season. It seems you always have a slow start. You start to get worried. Whenever I speak to you early in the season, you're worried that this could be the season that Burnley don't recover. And every single season, I have faith, mate, that you will recover, and you've always recovered. So, can you put your finger on what's turned your season around?
That's a tough one. I mean, there's got to be some sort of belief. I mean, look at the first transfer window. We've done nothing in terms of first team incomings, people that are going to walk into that side, especially. We had a third choice goalkeeper sign and a couple of youth players, basically. But if anything, from a fan perspective, it's terrible. You want to see signings, you want to see the club build and progress. But from a player's point of view, I think you've got to look at it as, wow, he's actually going to give us a chance here. We've got to try and build on what we did last year. And to some players, it might not have been seen like that. Plus, the beginning of the season, they were all the rigmarole, dashing Matt Garlick, like that, at each other's throats. So off the pitch shenanigans might have been a key part. I must say though, I don't know what it is. It's just that grit, isn't it? That we seem to grind out. Again, I mean, it's transfer deadline day today. I mean, Monday to us, but it's I've got to remain optimistic on the transfer expectations because the new chairman's only just come in, so I think it's going to be a one of those. Let's look at the short term, get to the summer, and then there's the bigger picture to work towards. But the start of the season itself, it's so up and down. I mean, and it's part of the pleasures of being a Burnley fan, to be honest. No, Big Sam's gone in at West Brom. There's there's chance for them to try and stay up. I mean, he's got a good record of keeping teams in the division. Brighton have got a few wins, so that's worrying for us to drag us back into it.
But you're miles clear, aren't you? Really, I mean, if you look at the table right now, you're sat there 8 points clear of Fulham. Obviously, you're in better form. Fulham haven't won for a while. In the last 5, they've only picked up 3 draws. West Brom picked up a draw and a win in the last 5. Sheffield United have got 2 wins in the last 5, but they're miles off. Don't you think, you're halfway through the season, don't you feel semi-safe?
Sort of. I think you've got to also take into account that I think every single club looks at that 40-point mark and thinks we've got to get there. That's your safety net. I mean, past couple of years, it's been very close, that it's not even needed the 40 points. But we do need to build. I don't even think we need to look at the points, look at getting to that 40-point mark. I think we need to go back to that old Sean Dyche mantra of one game at a time. And like I say, the Liverpool win and the Villa win has put us in a lot more of a healthy position. And the Chelsea game, I thought we did really well first half, and then second half we were completely off it. So it goes to show that we need more. We need a bit more fight, especially this second half of the season.
Yeah, it's interesting. I remember chatting to this Brighton fan and West Brom fans not long ago, and they bemoan the fact that you guys have scored 10 goals. Is that right? No, 13 goals this season. 13 goals and you've won 6 games. 13 goals. That's it. And, Brighton have scored 23. Fulham and West Brom have scored 17. Even Sheffield United have got 12. But you guys, it's your defence. You're sticking in there. So you mentioned a little bit about the chairman. What's happened with this takeover? Do you think it's good news for Burnley? Will there be some money to spend? But they borrowed a lot of money just to buy the club. What's your take on it?
Well, I'm part of a supporters board, and we managed to have a meeting with Alan Pace the other couple of weeks back. We spoke to him about, we asked certain questions about what his plans are, etc. And the feel I get from the new chairman is optimism. The fact that he likes Sean Dyche, he loves the fact that he's come in, he brought that stability, he's got that leadership qualities that he wants. Sometimes, you see these chairmen come in and they completely change the club from top to bottom. They 1 minute the manager's gone, they're getting rid of the staff around them. I mean, you only have to look at Dyche's last job at Watford. I mean, the Pozzo family came in there, got rid of Dyche and brought in Zola. Dyche his backside must have been going like that, when new chairman came in, because obviously he's been in that situation before. But that chairman's on a level playing field on the basis of borrowing the money. I think sometimes you've kind of got to do that. You've kind of got from what we've seen is the debt isn't a debt that's going to bankrupt the club. It's not going to be something massive. It's something minute that in the long term, if they get the plans correct and the strategies work and everything aligns, that eventually you reap the rewards and we get out of that. But I mean, they come from a Wall Street background. You've got to think there's got to be some money there, hopefully. But he did an interview on Football Focus with Jordan North, and said that we've put a few irons in the fire. But it's like I say, I just hope we're not the same unit that offers a bag of peanuts and expects a pant in return. You know what I mean?
But the worry is
it's a tough window. I mean, it's been a tough window completely as January.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. I was going to say, you talk about the Wall Street background and everything else, but there's lots of rich owners who have got great business sense who've come into football. I mean, we look at City. We had Franny Lee back in the day, and he was a multi-millionaire doing really well, and he couldn't help City. And it's happened across not far away from you guys. The Venkies came in at Blackburn and took them down. Now they've eventually stabilised. Venkies, the chicken club, Blackburn, sorry. But it's, but they're taking on it's been a fair bit of debt, because obviously from the numbers I remember, they're putting about 15 or 20 million quid themselves, borrowed about 80 million, and then took obviously some money out of Burnley's bank account. And I understand why people might think, well, why are they taking money out of the bank account? It sounds a bit odd, but for tax reasons, I think it's better for the seller to leave the money in the bank account. So I might have lost you again, but we'll keep going. So yeah, so it is a worry. Do you worry that with the way money is in football these days, if you ever went down, would you struggle to get back up?
I don't think so. I mean, to be fair, their strategy from what we've been told was they have prepared a model based on the championship. So when they came in, they looked at it and thought, right, where we are at the moment, let's put a strategy in place for if we do go down. Let's work on that, and if we finish any higher, that's a bonus. If we stay in the division, that's a bonus. And I think the way he put it was that if you always look at the worst scenario and you manage to find a mold and fit what you're trying to do into that, then anything else is a bonus. Anything else is what you achieve is, from a financial perspective, background perspective. I mean, on the borrowing, he's took out 84% or 85% of the shares. So he's bought out quite a lot of people off the board, which have been at the club for years. I mean, Barry Kilby is one of those that really stabilised Burnley Football Club through the times after Frank Teasdale, and him and Stan Turner were instrumental to Burnley's sort of revival up the leagues. And ever since then, I don't think I've still got over the fact that Stan Turner left, to be honest. They were such a character, but yeah, we just. I don't know. It's straight. Where's the money going to go? Are you going to lose money? I mean, we already know that every football club in the country is losing money, 20 plus million pounds probably just on sponsorship. It's tough. It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm glad that I'm not sat in their place. I mean, I'd like the zeros in my bank account, but I'm glad I'm not sat having to deal with their problems day in, day out.
Yeah. Mate, we're going to move on. Final question, as always. I know what your answer is going to be. I know it already. But what's your score prediction for this game? I know your answer is going to be 5-0 to City. I know it.
No, I'm going to say 2-0 City. I'm going to say it's a bit close. I'm going to say we're going to keep you under 5 this time.
Was it the last 3 games have been 5-0, haven't they? Last 3 or 4 games?
Yeah. Too many. Too many. It's it's the thing is, on the back of what we've done, the Liverpool game, the Villa game, based on the first half of that Chelsea game, we give them a bit of a running. Looked like the team that were going to get the first goal, and then, like I say, second half we just folded. We did what we did against you. We just rolled over and let ourselves be tickled constantly.
You say that every time you say that. I mean, I'm going to go.
I do though, but because it is.
Go on, mate.
No, it is one of those. Again, we come up against you, and I don't know. We just seem to panic. There's no. The belly just goes out. We need to have some sort of belief. Like I say, go back to 2009. We only have to look at the way we did it then under Owen Cole when we drew 3-3. Yeah. The time that we nicked that 1-0 win at the turf. With George Boyd. You see teams around us nicking points. Sheffield United overturning Man United. Anything
can happen.
I've been doing well.
Anything can happen.
We've beat Liverpool, so why can't we? Why can't we go and take on Man City? Stop being scared of it.
That's it. You got to not be scared. You got to not be scared. As I said, I'm going for 2-0 as well. I just think probably. I mean, we're relying on our defence a lot. You know, in midfield to stop chances coming through, and then just nick a goal, because we will have, as usual, 3 or 4 half decent chances. We just got to score from one, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a bit wary.
That's what I mean. That I looked at your game against Cheltenham. That were you know, it were. I thought, wow, if Cheltenham can hold them, if Michael Duff, a former Burnley defender, can at least hold City out for until then, I'll be happy.
One of the problems for City was the changing of the team around.
But then Cheltenham did a Burnley as well.
Yeah, sorry, mate. We've got connection problems. I think one of the problems with City is changing the team too much, and we've seen, you know, at the weekend when you put Kyle Walker and he's no Cancelo in the attacking third of the pitch. But usually we have enough strength in depth to get us through. But I'm going to go for 2-0. As usual, I just hope it's a decent watch. It'd be nice, you know. I think there's a risk with the way Burnley play and the way, you know, defensively, and the way City just pass it around a lot at the back, that it could be a tough watch. But let's hope it's not. And that you guys, I think you'll generally find 3 worst teams in the league. And I expect you to finish about 12th. I think you'll keep on moving forward. You're too good to go down, mate. Too good to go down. So good luck for that.
I'll take that.
Thanks a lot, Dan, for coming on. Cheers, we're shooting this on a Monday morning, so it's good of you to get up early for us. And thanks to the workmen outside as well. Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
No worries. You too.